So this morning, I was scrolling through X with my coffee, and something hit me that I haven't been able to shake. I kept seeing profiles of attractive women, and my first instinct was to assume they were AI-generated personas, not because I'm cynical, but because I've trained myself to be skeptical. Here's what's disturbing about that. I'm now more critical and more suspicious of profiles that look real than I've ever been in my life. Think about that for a second. We've reached a point where looking real makes you seem fake. I found this one profile that perfectly captures what I'm talking about. Beautiful woman, professional photos, engaging content, active engagement. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have questioned it for a second. Today, I spent 10 minutes trying to figure out if she's actually a person or an AI construct designed to build influence or manipulate opinions. I still don't know. The technology has gotten that good. The Turing test isn't happening in labs anymore. It's happening on your timeline right now, and most people don't even realize they're taking it. But this isn't just about fake profiles. While we're losing the ability to tell what's real online, governments around the world are building digital ID systems that will require you to prove that you're real to participate in society. This combination is absolutely terrifying, and I'm going to show you why. Let's talk about what's actually happening. The current generation of AI can create photorealistic images of people who don't exist, generate coherent personalities, and maintain consistent posting schedules that feel completely human. These aren't crude chatbots anymore. These are sophisticated digital personas that build followings, establish credibility, and influence conversations. Some of them are selling products, some are pushing political narratives, some are literally just AI girlfriends that exist to provide emotional connection and drain your wallet through subscription services. The term AI girlfriend refers to artificial intelligence systems designed to simulate romantic or emotional relationships through chat interfaces, voice interactions, and AI-generated images. And look, I understand the appeal. Loneliness is a brutal problem, especially for young men disconnected from traditional social structures. An AI that sends you good morning texts, remembers your interests, never judges you, and looks like your ideal partner. I get it. But every interaction you have with these systems is being recorded, analyzed, and monetized. Your vulnerabilities, your desires, your secrets become data points in someone's database, and we have no idea who has access to that information. The profile I was looking at this morning might be a real person, it might be AI, or here's the really mind-bending possibility, it might be a hybrid, a real person using AI to augment their content and present an algorithmically perfected version of themselves. We're entering a reality where authenticity itself becomes impossible to verify through normal human perception. You can't trust your eyes anymore. The old rules are gone. Now let's connect this to digital ID infrastructure. The UK just announced mandatory digital ID by 2029. Similar systems are rolling out across Europe and coming to the US through state programs and federal requirements. Politicians say this is about stopping illegal immigration and preventing fraud. But here's the irony nobody's talking about. They're building systems that require you to prove you're real at the exact moment that AI is becoming indistinguishable from humans online. In a world where AI can perfectly impersonate humans, governments are creating infrastructure that ties your identity to every digital interaction, your work, banking, healthcare, travel, all linked to a centralized digital identity system. But who verifies the verifiers? Who ensures the systems checking your identity aren't compromised by the same AI technology creating fake personas on social media? We're building a single point of failure for your entire existence as a legal person. The UK government has had massive breaches exposing information about special forces, spies, and millions of voters. Now imagine all your data centralized in one system. When it gets breached, and it will get breached, criminals and foreign governments get everything about you in one package. And here's the cruel irony. The same AI technology creating fake women on X can create fake documents and fake credentials. Meanwhile, real people who don't want to participate in this system get locked out of society. You won't be able to work, access banking, or travel. Let me show you what this control infrastructure actually enables. Imagine a protest about government overreach. With digital ID infrastructure, authorities require everyone to scan their ID for safety. Now, the government knows exactly who attended and can cross-reference that with your social media, financial transactions, and communication patterns, or consider financial control. Your bank account linked to your digital ID means automatic fines for infractions you didn't know about. Money disappears before you can respond. Future governments could discourage certain purchases for public health or climate goals. Too much meat, surcharge, wrong political donation, services become complicated. The pandemic showed us how quickly emergency powers become permanent. Once this infrastructure exists, it will never go away. It will only expand, and whoever gains power next will inherit this control over you. Here's what keeps me up at night. The combination of AI-generated personas influencing public opinion and digital identity systems controlling access to society creates a perfect storm for authoritarian control. You won't know which voices online are real humans. Meanwhile, your participation in the economy depends entirely on maintaining good standing with a centralized system. This brings us to what philosophers would call an epistemological crisis. We're losing our ability to know what's true. Epistemology is the branch of philosophy concerned with how we distinguish between belief and knowledge, between opinion and fact. I used to have mental shortcuts that helped me distinguish real from fake. Quality of photos, consistency of posting, depth of engagement, these used to be reliable signals. Not anymore. AI can fake all of those signals better than real humans can produce them. A real person has inconsistencies because life is messy. AI doesn't have those limitations. It can maintain perfect consistency and professional quality 24 hours a day. So paradoxically, the more perfect a profile looks, the more suspicious it becomes. We're entering a world where authenticity signals are being inverted. Messiness and imperfection are becoming the new markers of reality. But once people figure that out, AI will start generating strategic imperfections to seem more human. This is an arms race where humans are fundamentally disadvantaged. So what do you do about this? First, develop relational verification. Important relationships should be verified through multiple channels. If someone matters, talk to them on video calls and meet them in person when possible. Don't let significant relationships exist purely through text and profile pictures. Second, resist the digital ID infrastructure before it becomes permanent. The UK petition opposing mandatory digital ID is approaching millions of signatures. In the US, push back against real ID expansions and state-level programs. Contact your representatives. Support organizations fighting these systems. Once this infrastructure is built, it will never go away. Third, build parallel systems that don't depend on centralized digital verification. Support local businesses operating on cash and personal trust. Develop real community networks with people you can verify are actual human beings. The resilience you need won't come from digital systems. It will come from human relationships in physical space. Fourth, protect your data now. Minimize what you share with government and corporate databases. Use privacy-focused tools. Keep important documents offline. Every data point you give up is leverage someone else has over you. This isn't about being paranoid or anti-technology. I've spent nearly 30 years in technology building systems for a living. I understand the benefits of digital infrastructure. But what we're seeing now is different. We're watching the convergence of AI that can fake humanity meeting infrastructure that requires humans to prove they're real. That's not progress. That's a trap. When I was scrolling this morning and found myself unable to trust my own judgment about who's real and who's not, I realized we've already crossed a threshold. Authentic human connection is becoming the most valuable and most difficult thing to verify. The question isn't whether this technology exists. It does. The question is whether we're going to build our society in a way that empowers human dignity and freedom, or create systems that reduce people to data points that can be monitored and controlled. I know which future I want, and I hope after watching this you do too. Subscribe to this channel, share this video, and most importantly, start verifying what's real in your own life before it becomes impossible to tell the difference. The